Number 4, it's addicted to drama and conflict. Some of the most watched atheists on YouTube today began making videos in response to creationists. Some of them conducted themselves with class, dignity, and intellectual honesty, striving to have civil conversations with often exasperating adversaries. But even back in those less fractious early years, before the community's pervasive racism and sexism surfaced, the most popular personalities were those who gleefully bullied their targets. Small wonder then that once the creationist opponents had been exhausted, the bullies turned and found new enemies within atheist circles. And it turns out that most people who enjoyed watching obnoxious white dudes attack Christians were just as entertained by watching those same obnoxious white dudes attack women, Muslims, and racial justice activists. That the YouTube atheist community is now dominated by professional trolls who manufacture conflict in order to generate content and views would be bad enough if the damage they caused was confined to YouTube. But it's not.
The alt-right seems to have taken over the skeptic community. You look at a lot of the big channels, Sargon, Chris Reagan, Armored Skeptic, hell, even the Amazing Atheists. They seem to be on this alt-right kick lately. For those of you who don't know what the alt-right is, the alt-right is a group of people who traditionally reject conservative values. They don't really consider themselves conservative. In fact, the ones in this community traditionally vote Democrat. They're usually liberals. But what has happened is, over the last 8 years, social justice warriors and feminists have become the main foil of this community. See, what happened was, religion got boring to talk about. We pretty much kicked religion's ass, and the YouTube community needed a new foil to attack so that YouTubers could make money talking off of, and that the community could have somebody to attack and hate, because people love to fucking hate. Hate is really the religion of the internet. Everybody fucking wants to love to hate. And so the YouTubers had to give their audience something else besides religion to fight because it became boring. And so what they chose was social justice warriors and feminists. These have become the new evil bad guys of the skeptic atheist community that everybody stands up and fights. It started happening years and years and years ago, a long time ago, and it just steadily started happening over and over and over again. And so what you had was you had these channels who built up, who got huge, and pretty much the focus of what they do is either attack social justice warriors or feminists. That's like 80% of their content. That's what they focus on. Attacking social justice warriors and feminists has become the new gold rush on the internet. That's where everybody's making their fucking money at these days.
And then a few years went by and I paid more attention, to some atheist YouTubers, some of the most popular, prominent atheist YouTubers, and I started to notice that they were talking a little bit less about creationism and evolution and religion, or at least Christianity, and they were talking a lot more about feminism and how awful it was, and what a terrible person Rebecca Watson was, and what a terrible person Anita Sarkeesian was, and how Islam was uniquely awful as a religion. And I thought to myself, is this the community I was a part of? Is this the rational, unbiased, objective community where the most popular voices online are rabid anti-feminists, are brazen, proud sexists and racists and religious bigots? This is what the community is. This is what the community has always been. At least this is a part of what the community has always been.